Hey everyone, welcome back to Reashat Teaches RT. This is part 2 of our directed writing series for O-Level English Paper 2. In part 1, we covered what directed writing actually is, the assessment objectives, and the 3-step method to plan your response. Today, we are going to apply all of that by walking through a real October-November 2024 O-Level exam question, analyzing and explaining a Band 1 sample answer paragraph by paragraph. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, hit pause and watch that first. Without it, this video might not fully make sense. The link is in the description below. I'll also put it somewhere around here or here on the screen. So grab your pen and paper again. Pause when you need to. Let's jump into the question, October-November 2024. So here's the real directed writing question from the October-November 2024 exam. Pause now and read it fully, or check the video description below for the link to see the question. So if you have read the question, you have definitely seen that I have already underlined the key information of the two texts. Here's how I have summarized and paraphrased the ideas from the two texts. Let's start with text A. What does it mainly talk about? Text A focuses on the positive points about mobile phones, especially when used in school. So here are the key ideas of text A. Students feel safer when they have phones with them. Phones are useful for organization, like keeping track of homework or setting reminders. They can encourage creativity. Students use them for photography, making videos, and more. And finally, phones can teach responsibility because students have to manage their usage wisely. So overall, text A is in favor of using phones in school, highlighting the benefits they bring. Now let's look at text B. What's the focus here? Text B highlights the negative points about using mobile phones, especially in a school setting. Here are the main concerns it raises. Phones can distract students in class, making it harder to focus on learning. They can cause safety risks like cyberbullying or online threats. Text B argues that phones actually reduce creativity and originality, since students rely too much on pre-made content. Another point is that teachers can't properly assess real ability of students if students are using phones to cheat or get outside help. Phones may also cause stress and jealousy, especially when students compare what others have. And finally, they can lead to addiction and poor academic performance over time. So overall, text B takes a stance against phones in school, focusing on the risks and drawbacks. Clearly, text B has more valid points, so we will support that side in our email. Now let's walk through the sample answer for the email, one paragraph at a time. I'll read each paragraph aloud, then explain why it's effective based on the O-Level criteria. Paragraph 1, Introduction. Dear Principal, I'm writing to share my opinion on the proposed ban on mobile phones in school. While mobile phones offer certain conveniences, I firmly believe they cause more harm than good in a school environment. Based on what I have read and observed, I support the idea of banning mobile phones to help students focus better and develop healthier academic and social habits. So now let's break down why paragraph 1 works so well. First, it clearly shows the writer's actual stance. That's key for W1. It also paraphrases the prompt, showing solid understanding. That's R1. The tone is formal and polite, just right for the school principal. W4. And it gives a quick park view of the main points, which helps organize the email logically. W2. And most importantly, it takes a clear position from the very start, not neutral, exactly what R5 requires. So overall, it checks all the right boxes. Now let's talk about the second paragraph. The drawbacks of mobile phones in school are significant. They are a major source of distraction during lessons, with students often checking messages or social media instead of paying attention. This hampers learning and leads to accidents when students focus on screens instead of their surroundings. Additionally, relying on phones for ideas limits creativity. Students become dependent on the internet instead of developing original thoughts. It also becomes harder for teachers to assess how much real help a student needs. Furthermore, phones can cause stress when lost, create envy among peers due to their cost, and harm friendships. Worst of all, many students develop unhealthy habits bordering on addiction, which negatively affect both academic performance and personal relationships. Now, why this paragraph works? This paragraph works well because it shows deep understanding. R5 paraphrases ideas instead of copying. W3 flows logically. W2 uses precise vocabulary like negatively affect. W1 and maintains a formal tone for the principal. W4. Together, this make it clear, effective, and appropriate for the task. Paragraph 3 is where you tackle the advantages from text A. Mention the positives, but counter them one by one. Show you have understood the ideas, then explain politely why they are not strong enough to change your opinion. Some argue that phones help with safety, organization, and creativity, but these advantages are not as strong as they seem. Using phones for managing timetables or homework can cause over-reliance on technology instead of teaching essential time management skills. Similarly, hobbies like photography and editing can distract from schoolwork. The idea that phones make students more responsible is questionable. Most students are still too young to handle expensive gadgets without becoming overly attached or misusing them. Now, why paragraph 3 works? Paragraph 3 is effective because it clearly addresses opposing views and refutes them, showing strong evaluation. R3 and R5. The tone strikes a respectful but firm balance, perfect for this kind of writing. W4. It's well structured. Each advantage is handled separately, making the argument clear. W2. And again, all the ideas are paraphrased cleanly with no copying. W3. These qualities make it a solid, convincing paragraph. And finally, paragraph 4 is your conclusion. Clearly state your personal opinion here, tie it back to the discussion, and end with a confident final stance. In conclusion, the disadvantages of mobile phones far outweigh the benefits in a school setting. For students' academic, social, and emotional well-being, banning mobile phones is the right decision. Schools should foster concentration, creativity, and genuine interaction without unnecessary distractions. Removing mobile phones will give students a better chance to develop essential skills and habits that will benefit their future. Yours sincerely, then your name. Now, why paragraph 4 works? This conclusion clearly states the final opinion, reinforces key points, uses a formal but hopeful tone, and includes a very strong vocabulary. It checks all the boxes. It follows the 3-step model that I've discussed in the first video, evaluates ideas critically, gives a confident personal opinion, and uses clear structure, tone, and vocabulary, all within 320 to 350 words. Final reminder for all directed writing tasks. Whether you are writing an email, letter, report, article, or speech, the technique stays the same. The format might change, but the key skills don't. First, you evaluate the texts carefully. Then you write discursively. discussing ideas from both sides. Next, make sure you support one side strongly. Don't stay neutral. And finally, always give your own clear opinion at the very end. Once you master this structure, you'll be able to tackle any directed writing task with confidence. The core approach stays the same. What changes is just the format, like whether it's an email, letter, report, or article. And don't worry, we'll cover all those different formats in upcoming videos. I hope this breakdown helped you understand how to write and evaluate your directed writing answers in real exam conditions. If you found this useful, please give this video a like, drop your questions in the comments, and subscribe for more English lessons. Don't forget to share this channel with your friends, especially those preparing for O-Level English or Bengali. Also, check out my other videos on O-Level English and O-Level Bengali for more tips and tricks to help you succeed. All the best for your exams and keep writing with purpose. That's all from me today. See you in the next video.